Hi, I am Joe McGoldrick, a strategic account manager with Education Management Solutions. Today, we are going to talk about our Training in Motion unit. This solution is an all-in-one package that gives you the mobility and ease of access that's needed to record and stream live simulations at your center or on the fly. We recently recorded a live demo session of this product where we stream directly from the iPad to show you how it works. Take a look.
So on the iPad, once you load it here, again, the biggest thing we like to focus on is the lightning fast setup. So from the time you take the cameras out of the box, power them on, they will automatically connect to the iPad, and it'll be under 10 minutes ready to go. So if you need to film something outside or in a rush, this can absolutely satisfy that need for you. And as Reggie had said, you can have up to 4 different feeds on this. It can be your cameras, your vital signs, your simulators, any combination of 4 we can put on the screen. So for today, before we hop on, we're going to share with 2 cameras and an encoder that we have, and the encoder box is what we will connect to a computer to capture your vital signs or whatever source that you need there. Now, as I go to connect and as we're sharing here, one of the big features we want to make sure we speak about is the cameras themselves create their own Wi-Fi network. So when you're on your tablet, in this case, I'm on an iPad, if I were to go into the settings and you look at the Wi-Fi, you're going to see it's connected not to any specific internet settings, but it's connected to our camera. And the camera is what is going to load once this comes up here. Give it a second. The camera is going to load our actual visual that you will see for our Training in Motion product. Once you are connected, we also have the ability through our settings, which you'll see in the bottom right here. The settings is where you'll connect to your actual Wi-Fi, and that is what will give you the opportunity to have me connect on Teams and then be able to also share live while connected to the cameras as well. So right off the bat, very easy connectivity. You can connect to your Wi-Fi for your internet as well as the cameras, and you can do multiple different pieces with that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk integration. As you know, we are on Zoom right now. We can also use AirPlay as well as Teams. So whatever you need to set up, very simple through your tablet, we can absolutely make sure you can share that for your sessions. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click on our live screen. By default, this is what the app will always open up to once you log on. So we'll give this a couple of seconds to make sure everything connects. Once it connects, you'll see in that right video there, it keeps going out only because my computer's locked, so I keep moving my mouse on it here. But once that comes back, once that computer's open, it'll stay locked, and then you can have that visual. Again, that is an HDMI source connected directly to our encoder. So as far as your layout works, I can either hold this in a vertical or horizontal fashion, whatever's easier for using in your time frame there. And for your cameras, whichever camera I point on is going to give me that big screen. Right now, it's showing our camera A, a good picture for our mannequin right there. I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to press right on camera B. So you'll see camera B switch. And again, remove my mouse from my computer that keeps locking. And then I can switch over to the encoder. So maybe in one scenario, you really want to watch your vital signs to see where they're spiking as your learner is working on your patient. You can absolutely set these up to what you need. And then what is a really nice little upgrade we have here is we do have the PTZ option. So we can move in, we can zoom in, we can zoom out. I know somebody had a question we saw on how far can you zoom in. These cameras are pretty good. You can zoom in pretty quickly on these. So you'll see my little notch that I have there. That's not even halfway. So depending what you need, we can absolutely go further, and it'll always correct the resolution for you as well. So I'm not going to go all the way in deep, but we'll go about right there just to show you the capabilities. Now, one of the features we know is very important from our enterprise system is the ability to quickly move your camera from different places from A to B to Z. So we do want to make sure we show that, and you'll see that in the bottom left corner, you're going to see it says go to preset, P1, P2, P3, and P4. You have 4 different presets for both of your cameras. So I'd already preset these. It's very simple if you do. There's a little toggle switch. You just switch over to where you want to save it, and then you can click and it'll save. In this case, let's go with P1, which I made the camera. Just to give you an idea of what the camera will look like on a stand, which you can absolutely use it for. P2, we'll go right to our encoder. As you can see, once again, my laptop shut off. Let's turn that back on. And again, that'll connect right to there. And then you see the video screen pop on as well. Preset 3, quick zoom in on the mannequin face. And a quick P4 I have just to go zoom out as a whole. But again, if I wanted to change any of these, just for reference here, we'll come up here, zoom up specifically, show the camera's abilities here. So give that a second. That should come in nice and clean. You're gonna watch in the bottom left. You'll see me toggle over. I'm gonna now change preset 4. You'll see it says saved in the bottom middle. Untoggle my presets. Let's go back to preset 1 for a second just to move it. And then very simply, right back to camera 4 or position 4. So all of these are very good. You can set these up before your scenarios are ready to begin, and you can know exactly which angles that you want to see or film there. Speaking of filming, once you are ready to start recording your session, in the top right corner, you're going to see a little record button. I'm sorry, go ahead and hit my mouse again there. I'm actually just going to put that in my pocket, let the mouse go crazy a little bit. Top right corner, I'm going to go ahead and hit record. Now, once I hit record, you'll see the display changes a little bit. So in the top right corner, right next to where it says stop, you're going to see a little ribbon. That is the new capability we'll have in this for your bookmarks. So if you see something in real time, you'll watch one, go ahead and click this ribbon button here. Since you can't see me click, look at the very bottom middle of the iPad. You're going to see it says bookmarks there. But as I click, you're going to see it's adding a bookmark. It added 1 in real time. It's adding 2. And if I want to see the bookmarks that I added, I can very simply click on that little session or that little bookmark button there, and then you'll see the bookmarks that we are adding. Now, you can do this in playback. You can add bookmarks in playback. We'll show that here shortly. But if you also want to rename any of these bookmarks in real time, you can name these just on the fly with your iPad as well. So when we do go back to play these in this session, we can click on these bookmarks, and wherever they are timestamped, in this case 20, 23, 31, it's going to take you right back to that exact time. So if you need to review something specific, it's right there. And again, of course, you can have your details for what you'd like to name or save it there as well. Outside of the little bookmark box, right to the left, you'll see session. And here, very simply, you can name your session. So if you don't want it to be titled by date, you can give it a specific name, a case and scenario name. And if you do link this, we can integrate this into our other systems as well. So once you're done recording, you can go ahead and hit stop. Give that a minute. You'll see a little window in the middle of the page to let you know it's being saved. And then once this saves, we can go right over to our main page. So in the top left corner is our menu button. I want to go ahead and click on that little menu up there. And here we'll bring you to the different options you have within our menu. So we just came from the live menu. I want to go right over to the right, and I'm going to click on sessions. And then here, any sessions you've previously recorded, along with the one we just made now, you will see here in real time. I can click on it. The one thing you won't be able to do is obviously re-zoom in on the camera, since this is just a pre-recording, but we can still move the cameras around to whichever specific view we want. In the very bottom of the page, you'll see the additional bookmarks we had. And of course, while you're watching, we do have the ability, I'm going to let it go a couple seconds so we're not all jumbled up in the same spot here, but I do have the ability to add another bookmark as well. So I'm going to go ahead in the top right corner, click add bookmark. Same idea. If I wanted to edit it, I can click that little pencil icon that you'll see right next to it, add whatever I want to change the name to. But more importantly, if you look at your time bar right now, we're going to be at about 40 seconds. I'm going to click on my bookmark at 20 seconds and keep an eye on the timeline, and you're going to watch it jump right back. I click it, boom. If there is action happening right there, you'll be able to capture that in real time. And of course, the bookmarks will give you the notes on it. So you're more than welcome to use the bookmark feature. It's absolutely available for you, and just another piece to go along with our recording of a session. Now, going back to our main page again, let's go back to that home page here. A couple other pieces we added for more peace of mind for you to make stuff a little bit simpler. Obviously, they're all going to turn on. They should connect right away for you. If you need to add any cameras or you want to make any quick little updates, we have some options here. Under the live option, you'll see camera and equipment connectivity. When we click on this, this will give you the ability to add, if you have any other cameras or any capture devices, we can click on this little button here and it'll load it for you, no problem, once you're not in motion there. Another great feature we've recently added, I love the joystick and pan and tilt speed. Pending what you're looking for, whether how big or even how small the scenario is that you're setting up, you can change the speed that camera is going to go in and out for you. So whether you need slow, medium, or fast, you can absolutely set that up. And of course, at the bottom, we'll always show you what's already currently been added. Same idea right to the right, you'll see we have our simulator configuration. And if you do have any mannequins on board that you'd like to set up, we can absolutely configure them over here. And then it'll run with real-time events as your bookmarks for whatever sessions that you're running and any changes that you make in real time for your mannequins. We do have a nice little setting here called System Health in the bottom left I'm going to click on. And this is just a nice quick overview to make sure all of your pieces are connected the last thing you want to do before you start a session, whether it's in Site 2 or just in general, is starting up and things not working. So System Help will let you know what's connected, how good the signal strength is, and if there's anything additional you'd like to add as well. Right now, the cloud connectivity, if we were to integrate this into our other solutions, we could. This specific iPad just has not been integrated yet for us. And lastly, just very quick to point out, we talked about the settings options for that additional Wi-Fi, and this is the spot where we would add that internal network. So the main connection to the tablet will be through the cameras, and then your actual internet, if you have Wi-Fi, will go directly through this little settings option here for your internal Wi-Fi.